this article on negotiation and decision making. What things do you share in your classroom with your students?
Well, basically, I talk with my students a lot about their opinions and their wishes, how they see the best way for, let's say, learning English language. Basically, I give, let's say, some topics that have to be covered because we have to fulfill the curriculum and the syllabus, and then I just gather some ideas from the students, and I make let them, for example, form groups, the groups that actually they want to have, because I don't want to make groups with students who don't, let's say, get on well with, and basically I also don't, I also pay too much, let's say, much attention to groups that I have mixed, let's say, levels of knowledge, so that no one actually feels as an outsider. And well, basically, when I have groups and when I have the topics that will be covered during the classroom, I make the students first think about the setting, and then I as a teacher can decide if it is possible first because of the time, so timing, then if it is cheap or expensive to organize that, and we actually decide when we have all that covered as a class and not only as me, because I want them to let's say have fun in the classroom, and I don't want to be the teacher who only uses the frontal way of working. So I had the experience that the students actually learned better in that way than if I were the only person talking.
Because they're more involved.
Yeah, they are more involved, and not only because of the involvement, but they feel somehow great if they make the decisions.
True. Yeah. And Aggie, how about you in Hungary? Can you think of anything that you've done?
Yes, last week I had an English camp with my students, but they were from different classes. So we teachers chose the leader of the group, and they could choose among different levels. And they got a task, a project to do, and it was about ghosts.
Ghosts?
Ghosts. And we gave them as an example. We made up a story and a figure of the ghost, and they had to, they could choose, they could make a photo of the ghost or draw.
So they had a choice.
They had a choice.
Take a photograph or draw.
And it worked very well.
And how about you, Milica, in Serbia?
Well, the thing that I like best is feedback, and try as much as I can to get feedback from my students, either by giving them pieces of paper with smiling faces for them to circle, and based on their, feedback, I tend to plan my next lesson. So the things that we agree upon could be, the group work, and letting them share who they want to work with.
Yeah.
But I think the best way is not giving them all the autonomy, the learner's autonomy. You have to, be like the person who has to give them instructions in any way. So I prefer, when I'm working groups, to have an A student, a slightly worse student, to be a mixture of all types of learners, so that they can work together and actually benefit one from each other, because that's most important.
And have you ever let them decide on content?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I give them tasks such as, Andy said, like project works, but they have to be, related at least to the unit that we are doing, not giving them the full decision to make by themselves. So when they do decide, it's, for example, if we're doing hobbies, they can choose whether they want to work funniest hobbies in the world and make a presentation about it, or the scariest, or the strangest, and so on and so forth.
And how have you found it today so far, where you have had choice in the way you decided to come to this beautiful place here, you decided to come to Ilfracombe, and you've decided on the timings. How has that felt, Maida?
Well, basically, I believe that we as a group function very well because we decided first to, let's say, listen to everybody's opinions and suggestions, and then we decided, since we have several days to do that, we decided just to take, for example, first Melissa's wish, and then tomorrow maybe mine or hers.
That's interesting.
So we are going to do it that way.
Great, great.
So we accept everybody's opinion, and I think it's a real teamwork.
Great. So have you decided yet what to do tomorrow?
No, we're pretty unplugged, so we are going to do it during this day.
We want first to focus on today's project, and then after the project we will share opinions, how we liked it, and whether we have maybe better ideas for tomorrow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
And now it's time to swim, isn't it? Yeah?
Some of you, at least.
Great, excellent.
But what I also wanted to say, as far as group work is concerned, sometimes it's very difficult to organize mixed groups of different level of knowledge, and sometimes I, for example, prepare exercises for, let's say, 5 graders, and then which actually have the best grades, and then I also have groups of students who are not that let's say proficient in English, and I actually don't want to have the atmosphere of let's say competition between the groups, so that in the end all the groups come to the same result, but only at a different level, and no one of the groups actually realizes that they are on a different level. So,
Sounds good. Excellent. Thank you.
Just 5 minutes, only 5 minutes.